All right, in this video, call me stupid, but I think that this time of the year, kind of the mid to late fall period, I think that this is the best time of the year to be out there fishing. I think that it beats literally the rest of the year. And I don't think that you can put something in the comments that will make me change my mind. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about why I think this is the best time of the year. Now, before we get into it, again, guys, right now over at Fin Fishing, everything is 20% off, including all of the USA made sun shirts. Just spent a lot of time organizing, inventorying, and actually getting some of the new sun shirts, the new colors, which is the bass grass, all put into buckets. And you guys are kind of getting a behind the scenes look here. Got all my kids' toys everywhere, my 3 boys. But right now, not only can you get 20% off of everything at Fin Fishing, but from now to the end of the year, for every $1 that you spend at Fin Fishing is an entry into a contest that I'm going to be running, where I'm actually going to be giving away an arc rod, a reel. I might give away a few of those actually. I'm giving away a $50 glide bait. I'm giving away a $2,000 Humminbird Solix 12. Also giving away a trip with me. I'm actually going to meet you at your home lake and do a lake break video over on the Bass Fishing HQ video. So I have some more prizes in store, just trying to get them all figured out. Hopefully next week I'll have it all finalized. But anyways, I will leave links down below in the description. As you guys know, shopping at Fin Fishing is truly the best way to help support this channel, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's talk a little bit about this mid to late fall, which again, I think that this is the best time of the year. Now, I think when most people talk about, hey, what's the best time of the year to go out there fishing? You hear a lot of guys talk about the spring. Specifically, you hear a lot of guys talk about the pre-spawn. You know, and the pre-spawn is a great time of the year. And one thing that you will notice is that in the pre-spawn, some of the biggest bass in the lake show up. And really what that is that some of the biggest bass in the lake just move into shallow water where they're a little bit more susceptible and they weigh a ton. You know, during that time of the year, typically a lot of fish are full of eggs and they are fat and they weigh a lot. So even though you may catch a 6-pound bodied, a 6-pound framed bass, it may weigh 8 pounds in the pre-spawn. Now, the other thing about the pre-spawn that people love, that is that the fish are a little bit more aggressive. They're hitting a lot of fast moving lures. They're kind of getting ready for the spawn where they're not going to feed as much, and therefore they're just a little bit more aggressive. Now, this video is not about the pre-spawn. I'm just telling you some reasons why the pre-spawn is so great. I think right now, the mid-fall to late fall, really when that water temperature, I would say, is in the like 50-degree range, you know, whether that is like 59 to 50 or a little bit lower, honestly, or a little bit higher, I think that this is the best time of the year to be out fishing. And I'm gonna tell you why right now. One, just like the pre-spawn, especially if you live up in the Midwest or in the northern part of the country, our fish become extremely fat during this time of the year. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have seen it elsewhere. Like the fish are very thick, and it's kind of for similar reasons, except for in the pre-spawn, they have more eggs. During this time of the year, they're just feeding up. You know, when we have a lot of cold weather that set in, we will have a fall feed where the fish truly go on a feed. And you will see them literally over the course of a month. You know, at the end of September, early October, those fish are looking a little thin, a little pelagic-y, a little just different. And by the end of November, those fish will be super thick, super fat, full of shad, whatever else they've been eating, crayfish, whatever it may be. They are very fat. So your odds at catching one of those giant bass happen a lot during this time of the year. As a matter of fact, I think about one of the biggest smallmouth in recent history that has been caught was just a few years ago by a guy up here on Lake Erie. That was a 10-pound fish. And guess what time of the year it was caught? Late fall. So that's the thing, is that these fish get to be really, really fat. The other thing is, I think that the fish are even more aggressive during this time of the year, actually because of like a body temperature deal. Like their body temp has been really high throughout the summer and it is going down. In the pre-spawn, typically it's really cold and it's starting to come up. And I think that it's kind of like this. Like this is the way that I equate it. When you wake up in the morning, it takes you a little bit to get going. You know, like when the fish kind of are waking up in the pre-spawn, I feel like it takes them a little bit to go. And sometimes you won't get a good bite in the pre-spawn till the afternoon time. But when you go to bed at night, a lot of times, like, you can be going, and then all of a sudden you lay down and you're out in like 5 seconds. You know, and I think it is kind of similar that the fish during this time of the year, it's not that they're going to sleep, but that they are going to become a little bit more lethargic as their body temperature slows. And I feel like when it's going down, they will feed until it gets to a temperature where they're like, all right, no more moving around. And so I feel personally like the fish are actually more aggressive during this time of the year than they are in the pre-spawn. Now, there's going to be different lakes out there that you see a different situation happen. And like, that's just me being honest. Like, certain lakes fish better in the summer, certain lakes fish better in the winter, certain lakes fish better in the spring, whatever it may be. But I think this time of the year, man, especially, I would say especially in clear bodies of water, can be the best time of the year. Now, with that being said, one thing that I really do love about this time of the year too is that you can really truly catch the fish the way that you want to fish. You know, I have had multiple days out there on the water where during one part of the day, I am throwing a spinnerbait, flipping a jig way up in muddy water. And then the next part of the day, I might be fishing in 40 or 50 foot of water. I actually just fished a lake down in Tennessee. I was fishing in 100 foot of water. And so, like, there's just so many things that you can do during this time of the year, which also just makes it really, really good. And so to me, if you had to ask me if there was one time of the year that, this is the other huge thing. I totally forgot to mention it, but this is one of the biggest reasons why I think the mid to late fall is better than the pre-spawn, is that there's nobody out there on the water. Like, truly, when you go out to the body of water during this time of the year, you will be like one of 2 boats in the parking lot most of the time. And the other boat's probably a duck hunter. And so not only is it fishermen that are off the water during this time but the year, but also there's not nearly any pleasure boaters, because I feel like a lot of the pleasure boaters out there, when school starts to set in September, and then you have football season, I know, like, for around here, like around where I live in Ohio, like, if you go out on a local lake during a Buckeye game, I don't care how beautiful it is, there will be hardly any boats out there. And so, guys, that is just another huge reason why I think this time of the year is the best. Again, you may not think that I am right, and it could be just for some of the lakes that I fish. So I would love to hear what you guys think about some of the lakes that you fish down below. All right, guys, don't forget to check out that fin fishing gear. Again, 20% off, and get entered into a contest. See you guys tomorrow.